Hey friends, Dr. Christy here. A friend and colleague of mine, Dr. Brad Campbell, often says this quote: "Don't do your drugs every day. Do them with a purpose or an intention." I love this quote. I talk about this very frequently to my patients, and I want to add a couple things. What are the drugs? We often think about drugs as maybe alcohol, marijuana, nicotine, tobacco, other harder drugs, of course. We often don't think about the drugs that we really are consuming every day, like caffeine, like sugar, even things that are in our environment that we may not be consuming internally, that we consume with our minds. Social media can be a drug. Just certain, news outlets and things of that nature. Things that we're consuming every day in some way or another can be a drug, and an unhealthy one, if we're using it to just cope with life and we're using it in an addictive fashion where we're mindlessly doing it, as opposed to really intentionally using it to enjoy our experience, if we're using it to accentuate or support the joy and excitement that we're having in our life, as opposed to just using those things to deal with the evening. If you need that glass of wine at the end of the night just to wind down or even just to fall asleep, totally different scenario than if you're using that glass of wine to just, I want a glass of wine tonight because I'm going out with my spouse, we're celebrating our anniversary, and we're having a beautiful night together. If you have the opportunity to allow those substances to be in your life on an occasional basis and you don't rely on them, total game changer. Your mind, your body, your spirit will be at much greater balance, much deeper harmony. So I love his quote: don't do your drugs every day, do them with a purpose, and look at what those drugs, quote unquote, might actually be in your life. Have a good day, friends.